Hi! Following on from the last lesson, you will now see how the sprints are managed through to the end of an Agile project. This is where you left off in the last lesson. Sprint 1 was completed and we attended a retrospective. Now we can follow through on the lessons learned by discussing process improvements in the planning meeting for Sprint 2. The product owner has reprioritized the work in the sprint planning meeting, and the development team have agreed to deliver this set of work packages on Sprint 2. We can now add these work packages into the sprint, which only leaves 4 work packages for Sprints 3 and 4. On day 1 of Sprint 2, we have added the 8 work packages that the development team agreed to deliver 3 weeks. 4 of these are already in progress and 4 are in the to-do column as they have not been started. Let's move to day 5. Things have moved around in this sprint. Sufficient design packages have been completed to allow you to start writing the test cases. But we won't start the testing until the test cases are completed. On day 6, the design work packages are now completed. So let's move them to the Done column. There are also enough test cases written to start the testing. So we can move this to In Progress as well. Notice that the test case work package is still in progress, as there are still test cases to write for 2 design packages that have only just been completed. After 3 weeks, we are now on the last day of the sprint and the testing work package is completed, with associated reports being delivered to the production environment. That's an early benefit. However, we just realized that we can't complete the test case work package as we ran out of time. We'll need to add another test case work package to the product backlog and adjust the current test case work package before marking it as done. That's the end of Sprint 2, so what's next? Of course, it's the Sprint 2 retrospective. We have a lesson learned from the last sprint. We didn't have time to complete the test cases and needed a new work package on the product backlog. So we need to think about that for the next sprint. On the Sprint 3 planning session, the development team are confident that there is sufficient time to complete these 3 work packages. We can now begin Sprint 3. On day 1 of Sprint 3, we have added the 3 work packages to the In Progress column, because we have sufficient resources on the project to progress the work packages in parallel. All these activities are expected to be completed on the last day of the sprint. So let's jump there. And here we are at the end of Sprint 3. All activities are showing as done, and we have also delivered some more reports to production. It should be a short retrospective for the Sprint 3 planning session, as the sprint went quite well. The sprint planning meeting should also be a quick one, as only 2 work packages are left to complete. All we have to do now is move the last 2 activities into Sprint 4. There's no more work planned on this project. So when Sprint 4 is completed, all the reports will be available in production. Let's assume that Sprint 4 went without a hitch. The test exit report was approved, the last test work package was completed, and all planned reports were applied into production. Everything is now done. Well, almost. We need to complete 1 more retrospective. The focus on this meeting will be the whole Agile project, not just Sprint 4. To enable continuous improvement, any lessons learned in the last 12 weeks will need to be carried forward to the next project. That's it for Agile. And thanks for sticking with me on these lessons. It takes a while and some training to get familiar with this methodology. I will now hand you back to Tony.
Thank you. Anna, you presented that nicely with some great examples. Now it's time to move on and learn about hybrid, which is a mixture of different approaches, as one size or methodology doesn't always fit every project. I will see you in the next lesson. Remember, all lessons are free, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing and allows us to keep creating free content for you.